You're established as a freelancer and now you're thinking like, what's next?
I'm selling my time in a sense, and I don't have more time to give.
Hey, we can run a Facebook ad. We can do a podcast, but like, let's go stand on the corner, literally with a sign that says good fast, good, cheap, fast, right? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Freelance Friday. Today, I've got a special guest. Her name is Elena. Would you like to introduce yourself and also pronounce your last name? I don't want to mess it up.
Okay, so my name is Elena Krumlowski. You would pronounce it like that in Luxembourgish. I don't know how you would say it in English. Krumlowski?
Krumlowski.
Really? That sounds like lousy.
Okay, so we're here with Elena. Elena is how do you introduce what you do? Social media manager?
Yeah, I always say I'm a social media manager and content creator.
Okay, and tell me just like the quick version of how you got into that.
Well,
and how we met.
Because of you.
Yeah.
I fell in love with social media when I had my own blog, which I started in 2013 or 14. I dabbled into like Instagram when it was just pictures and fun captions and a few hashtags, and it was simple. I did an internship at a marketing and events company, and I was in charge of the social media of like their clients. But I actually really love handling the social media of like businesses. And I finished my studies, like the internship was part of my studies, like bachelor's degree.
Okay.
And then I got self-employed and I did your course.
Yeah. So that's how we met. Elena was a part of the first ever cohort of the Social Media Management Accelerator, which was in 2021, I think, or 2020. I can't remember.
I think it was 2021, beginning of 2021, because I think I was writing my bachelor's thesis.
Yeah.
And that was in the beginning of 2021.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, Elena and I have always stayed in touch loosely, just like on social media and stuff. And then we met for the first time in person last year. And you pitched a crazy idea to me, and now we're executing the crazy idea. Tell us about the crazy idea.
I mean, in the beginning, I pitched the idea of like having a intense in-person week for beginner social media managers, because I sometimes get asked how, I started and tips to get started. And I thought, or like for businesses in general, but what I thought was like, it would be so nice to have an in-person week where you can learn in person, just have a bit of like networking and discussions with fellow people that want to start out, and also leave with like headshots, maybe, have like workshops about websites, and leave with like this whole fun package. But you rightfully so said that probably the ones in the beginning don't have the budget to then do this like really intense 1 week thing, which fair enough. I think that's how your whole online thing started, because when I think back, investing in your course was a really big investment, and if I have a look at it now, I don't think that it is that expensive anymore.
Because I think you were a part of the beta round, so I think it was like $250.
But even I don't know how much it is now, but
like 500.
So still, that would be if I know I want to make that investment, that would be like no thought about it. And I know that if you're in the beginning, you don't have that money.
Right.
And I was a student when I took your course, and the 200s, what was it?
50, I think.
Something like that. I really had to think about it. And if we wanted to do something like that in person, it would have been, 4 figures, something like that. And when we brainstormed about it, you actually said that you have coaching clients that are in the same position as me, because I also hired you as a business coach.
That's
kind
true.
of forgot about that.
Forgot about that. So now we're doing an event in person for established freelance marketers. So people who are like Elena, who are running successful businesses. You know, you've worked, I was just hyping you up at coffee earlier. Like you've worked with some incredible clients. You've worked with like the city of Luxembourg
Yes.
and lots of like local cafes, but also like huge government things. And, you know, you're established as a freelancer and now you're thinking like, what's next, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
do you hire people? Do you start an agency? Do you do digital products? Do you start a content creation kind of arm of your business?
I notice, well, I'm selling my time in a sense, and I don't have more time to give.
Yeah.
So what do I do now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, okay, so that's the pitch more or less. We'll of course have more information about it down below, but I kind of wanted to just chat about why are we doing this? Besides obviously answering those questions or hopefully helping to answer those questions for the people who attend, like why did you have the idea for an in-person event? Like why do you think in person is, because I feel like in marketing right now, I just keep hearing from people like it's all about in person, like in person is the new online. And I'm like, do you agree with that? Is that why you wanted to do this?
It's also a load of questions.
Tell us the future of marketing, please.
For me personally, I don't have anybody to talk to these specific questions about. I have entrepreneur friends, but they're in different industries. So yes, we can talk about the whole being self-employed sense, but my actual use of my time or like my actual problems, I don't have anybody to talk about. And I just feel like talking to people in person and being able to, like we do now, just talk face to face is so much like different. And being able to attend real workshops, I noticed that during COVID actually, because my uni then switched to like the online version. Like how do you say, like the level of the education that you get just dropped drastically.
Yeah, I do agree. Like I feel like there's nothing like face to face. I mean, some of my biggest clients that I still work with now, I pitch them in person, even though we have an online relationship. Even just like meeting people from online, like being able to connect with them in person just adds a richness to the experience. And I do agree. I mean, I started this social media management accelerator deep in COVID. Like that was why I created it, was because I was lonely. Everybody was asking me, like everyone just wanted connection. They were just like DMing me all the time, like asking me for more connection. And, you know, I think people were just really hungry for that. And I think people are still hungry for connection, but they're so tired. And I'm so tired of staring at a Zoom screen. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I need to go out and experience life and people and all of that. So it's funny. I wanted to, when I was still married, we had this idea to do something in Detroit, like an in-person event. Yeah. And it just never really came to fruition. And then I was like, well, I don't really have a partner in it. And it's just, okay. What I'm going to say about, this is my hot take about in-person.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying it's the next big thing or whatever. I mean, it's always been a thing, but everyone's saying like, this is like the trend for 2026, 2027. I don't think people realize how much work it is.
I didn't realize how much work it is.
And we're just in the planning process. And I say this as somebody who opened a physical studio as well. Like everyone's like, oh yeah, like rent a studio. And then I'm like, cool. Like, have you done that? Do you know you're going to be like sweeping floors and like cleaning up trash and like there's so many little things, and we're going to be too.
It's the little things, and even like the big things sometimes are already overwhelming. But
yeah. It'll be interesting. I mean, this is an experiment for us. I don't know if it's going to make any money. I mean, that's the big question mark. And I hear from everybody who runs events. They're like, yeah, it doesn't make you money. It is there for other reasons.
Yeah.
But not money.
For now, no.
For now, we are figuring that out.
Yeah.
Let's go into it a little bit more in detail. So The event's for established freelance marketers.
Yes. Like me.
Like Elena.
I'm kind of building this event so I can, learn. It's for selfish reasons only.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? I wanted to ask you something first.
Yes.
That's not on our list, but why did you pitch me this idea? Why did you drag me into this? No, I'm just kidding. I'm curious.
I wanted to ruin your life. No,
No.
you don't have enough stress in your life. I just wanted to,
Yeah. No, because I'm curious, like, I mean, there are certain people that you can do business with and that you can't.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we were getting like really, a little woo-woo with it the other night by reading our astrological compatibility, which was really interesting. We're very compatible.
Yeah.
It said there was one, you pulled it up in Claude, there was like one area of potential friction, but it was only like in the yellow or orange. It was something about communication. We need to read it again because we need to use this for our relationship. But honestly, I mean, I know that's like not everybody's thing, but and I don't think like you obviously didn't know my full chart when you asked me or anything like that, but I think there are certain people that you're like, oh, I could work with them or I couldn't. So I'm curious, like, or why didn't you do it alone?
I think you get a good feeling for people in the first, I don't know, like minutes when you meet them.
Yeah.
And I felt like from the very beginning, I mean, I did the social media manager accelerator because I saw your YouTube videos and I was like, okay, this girl is giving so much knowledge for free. How good is that, paid stuff gonna be? I think I bought like a toolbox before that, but I might be wrong. I don't remember.
Everyone has the toolbox.
Yeah,
all the cool kids have the toolbox.
Yes, I'm a cool kid. But so that was like how I even did your things because I researched on YouTube how to become a social media manager. I find your videos very, and your videos are very, resourceful and very knowledgeable. And I always find what you said was really honest and real and just not somebody that was promising a million followers or was like, oh, do this and then you go viral for sure. You know? Just these things that are, I just hate that. I don't really know if there's like a word for that.
Yeah, like values, like shared values.
Yeah.
I agree with I agree with that too because a lot of people pitch me things and they're like, yeah, let's do the like 7-figure marketing event. And I'm like, but I can't teach people how to make 7 figures. I mean, I'm sure some people are, but like, I can't promise that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You never overpromise anything. And so I feel like you always stay true to your values. And that's why I still felt like connected in a way to you. And I still, followed you, followed your journey, even though I was not a beginner anymore, you know? So your content, I mean, your vlogs are still for everybody, but like the social media manager, that's not really for me anymore. Even though sometimes I like to watch those just to see if there's like any updated things that you have or if,
you can always
learn something.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a risk, like I've worked with friends or people that I know and it's like not gone well.
Ooh, and can I ask you a question even though it's your podcast?
Yeah.
What made you work with me?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, so no, you're good. I think I did follow you and I watched what you were doing and you were actually doing the thing. I think a lot of people say they want to be like a social media manager but they actually just want to be like a YouTuber, which is fine, which is 100% fine. But just like say that, don't don't say you want to like do a social media event, but you're actually just kind of trying to be like a personality. You are a true practitioner. Like your work is, the proof is in the pudding, if you will. And I'm like, okay, she's actually like doing the thing and taking, like applying what is not just in my course, but, obviously in all the things that you've learned, you're actually applying your learnings to your business and like really doing it. And I think that's really interesting to me because that's the point, right? Like the point is not to create a bunch of like social media YouTubers. I don't know. Yeah, so you're actually doing the thing. So yeah, I think that brings a really interesting perspective, you know, because I do the thing, but also like this is a full-time job, and also going to school is a full-time job, and also so like I am still in the field working with clients, but I'm not as in the field as you are. Like,
fair.
You know, like I'm just
it's
not.
my only income stream. So.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think having that perspective is really helpful. And then also having somebody who, yes, you're established, but you started, you know, a little bit later than I did. So you're closer to the, you know, beginning days. Whereas for me, I'm like, people ask me questions. I'm like, well, when I started, it was over 10 years ago. Things are so different, you know?
Yeah.
So I think it's helpful to have that, like, more experience, less experience, more diversified income, less diversified income. Like it's helpful to understand what people are really going through.
It's a good mix, I feel like.
Yeah. Look at us. Who'd have thought? Okay, well, first, before we get into, I want to tell you guys more about like what our event is all going to be about. But I want to also tell you, we're here in New York, by the way. I didn't really open with that. We are in New York, which is where our event's going to be. And I want to talk about some of the things we've been doing, specifically what we did yesterday. Okay, I was struggling with the caption for my reel that I posted that nobody watched, but it's fine. I just humiliated myself in Times Square for nothing, but it's fine. No, one of the captions that I wanted to say is like, everybody says online is so noisy and it's so hard to like find your people, but have you tried like standing in Times Square with a sign? Because
you did.
I did. And I was only really standing in Times Square with a sign for like 10 minutes or something. Like, you know, how many people came up to us and were like, what is that? How many people were staring? People were taking pictures of me. I'm in somebody's camera roll.
I didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Many people were taking photos when you were taking photos. They were taking photos of me.
Yeah.
And I kind of regret not having like at the marketer's edit written on the thing.
I thought about that after.
I know. But it's fine. We also bought a billboard.
We bought a billboard. Well, technically you did.
Yeah, that's true.
She had the idea. She's the mastermind behind it. We put like a really very simple ad together, but I felt like
Elena created it.
Thank you. But it was really nice to see because it was very clean against like the whole Times Square flashes and everything was changing so quickly. So I really liked it.
Yeah.
But we bought a billboard.
Yeah.
In Times Square.
Well, yeah, no big deal. I mean, we were just thinking of like what content should we create while we're here? And obviously, like, yes, this is like my typical YouTube style of podcast. Okay, easy, right? We know how to do that. But I'm like, what else can we do that's like eye-catching and that's different? And that is very New York as well, because the event's in New York. So we're kind of like lightly theming all of our content to promote it around New York, you know? So I'm like, okay, Times Square is like the most New York, you know, the most stereotypical tourist thing. So let's do something there. And I actually got an ad for like, rent a Times Square billboard. And then I got the sign idea was like guy with a sign or whatever. I was like,
dude with a sign.
Dude with a sign, yeah. I'm like, what if we did that? So we'll put some pictures over, obviously. And I'm doing a vlog that you guys will see. But yeah, I just think like just going along with the theme of in person, I wanted to also do something that was in person, you know, like, okay, we can run a Facebook ad, we can do a podcast, but like, let's go stand on the corner, literally with a sign that says good fast, good, cheap, fast, right?
Good, yeah,
good, cheap, fast, or cheap.
Pick two. Yeah.
Love that for me.
I mean, we had, even if only briefly, but there were conversations, which might not have happened if you just posted the sign or like a graphic on Instagram. So
yeah,
it kind of worked.
Yeah,
we did guerrilla marketing,
and there's a literal gorilla standing behind me too. What's funny is, I mean, that's just something I teach people all the time is like, just talk to people. And also, I mean, we've also been doing some in-person networking. We met with a potential sponsor. We met with one of my good friends. I just think, again, like so much happens when you just talk to people. Yeah. And it's so easy to be like, online is so saturated and so busy, but it's like, yeah, when's the last time you like sat across a table from somebody?
Because online is so saturated, this has way more effect. I don't want to say like surprised. Obviously it makes sense in my head that networking or like in-person events are better, more impactful, I would
Yeah.
say. But I felt like you could really feel the difference.
Yeah.
Like yesterday when we met with that like potential sponsor and
Mhm.
were invited to like a networking event
Mhm.
out of the blue, like a
Yeah.
little side quest
Yeah.
today with your friend. It
Yeah.
was just so impactful. And if we, like I tried contacting people on LinkedIn to find sponsors for our event, I got 0 replies.
We're still looking for sponsors, by the way. So if you would like to be one, link down below. Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, I think that's just a tip is not everybody is going to be able to host a 2-day event. Not everybody is going to be able to even go to, big events. But I think just a tip is like, get outside, talk to people. I mean, how do you get a lot of your clients in Luxembourg?
Luxembourg is very much, how do you say it? Like word of mouth?
Yeah.
Is that the term?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's how I got a lot of clients, just kind of like referral. Honestly, Luxembourg is really special because you have many like French or German people working there. So you have many agencies that are mainly French.
Okay.
But in Luxembourg, we have Luxembourgish as a language. And of course, you have Luxembourgish companies.
Yep.
And they prefer to work with somebody that can actually speak the language so they can post in the language.
Right.
So, and there is one other like self-employed social media manager that's also very active on social media. She speaks Luxembourgish, and you have one agency that is like social media and content creation.
Yeah.
And they speak Luxembourgish. And then there are lots of like, those big agencies. But
that don't care about their clients.
Yeah, but that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
So if people Google like content creation, I think I come up pretty high, and just referrals because I speak Luxembourgish, so that helps.
Yeah.
Funnily enough.
And that's something we've been talking about a lot on this trip too, is I was just like, I think there's such a demand for that, like the small niche, like subject matter expert versus the all-knowing, we do everything, we know everything, we serve everyone. Like, yeah, if I'm a Luxembourgish company, I'm going to go with Elena, who's probably, one of a few social media managers in the area versus like me, right? Even if I have way more experience and, whatever, like they're still going to go with you, and the reverse is true if somebody's a Michigan company or whatever. So I think that's such a thing to lean into. Because I think a lot of people are like, well, isn't it too late? Isn't it too saturated too? And it's like,
no, also because I thought my biggest I don't find the word competitor. Sorry. My brain was like switching to French for a second, and that is really rare.
Yeah.
I thought my biggest competitor were gonna be agencies. I always thought I had the like pricing was on my side because bigger agencies, they're like way more expensive. They're gonna hire a photographer. Maybe they have like a content creator. They start doing like content creators in-house, like hiring content creators.
Yeah.
But I had like 2 or 3 clients that switched from an agency to me because they liked it to have like more personal. They didn't like the agency vibe. They didn't like that they had one person of contact, but it was never just that person of contact.
Yeah.
And often they also told me that most agencies really overpromised and underdelivered. And I tried to do the opposite. And I feel like maybe it's because it's my company or like myself, my name, that's on the door. So I really try to make everybody happy and be as available as I can be, even though it might not be the best for my work-life balance.
Right.
But that's funnily enough, people prefer to work with a freelancer rather than like a big agency.
While you were talking, I was just thinking about something completely different.
You tell me.
Which was because I was like, oh yeah, we still need sponsors. We have to shout out our first official sponsor, which is Curious Elixirs. They've signed on to be our first sponsor of the event. So that's super exciting. They're like my favorite non-alcoholic spirits mocktail beverage company. They have an amazing, I wish I could have brought some, but I can't like bring it on the plane. I wonder if we could get some anywhere so you could try it. They have an amazing non-alcoholic red wine and it's so freaking good.
But does it taste like red wine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like crazy. So anyway, so that's our first official sponsor of the Marketers Edit, which is our event. So let's talk a little bit more about the event and just what the vision is. Because honestly, this is your vision. It is. We were talking about like the day 2 and I was like, honestly, I'm going to defer to you because this was your idea.
I mean,
no pressure.
If we had all of the budget in the world, do you want the realistic or the unrealistic?
Tell them, let's talk about what people can expect. Okay. Let's talk about the Latasha approved version. The less fun, less expensive Latasha approved version. So 2 days.
Yes.
Day 1.
It's panels.
Yeah.
Mainly.
Talks, panels, sessions. So we have some people who are doing just like a solo talk. Others are going to be more panel, a little bit more interact. But the goal with this is like, I've been to so many marketing conferences. I'm going to be honest, I don't go to many. I definitely don't pay to go to a lot because they feel very impersonal. And I don't want people just sitting in a crowd, just staring at a projector for 8 hours. No, we're not doing that.
No. Our goal was small, intimate, working room, not motivational. I mean, hopefully you leave feeling motivated, but
you better not be motivated at this event. You better be depressed when you leave.
The goal is not that you only feel that you only leave feeling motivated. Yeah. It should not only be inspiring. It should you should leave with clarity, I guess, and like real hands-on knowledge.
Can we share some of the speakers that have confirmed? Can we give a little exclusive?
I can't pull anything up because my phones are both recording.
Yeah, that's okay. We can blur it out if I say anything. I know Madeline's confirmed, right?
Yes.
So she's going to talk about building a scalable agency. Madeline Eddy. She has an agency. I met her. She used to work at Flowdesk, and then she went independent and started her own agency. Yeah, so she's awesome. He just commented on my Instagram. Can't wait to see you. So I think he's confirmed, right?
He has not filled out the speaker.
Okay, well, I'll do that. We'll be in touch. Anyway, he was also a social media management accelerator student. He also runs an agency in DC with real estate companies. And during our podcast, he was like, I think the most content we've done in a month is like 150 reels. That's wild. So he's going to be talking about operationalizing that process, building the systems to be able to support that, all of that. We've also got people who are talking more about operations in your business. We've got people talking about in-person networking and relationship building and experiences. So that's just a few. More to come. I'm, of course, going to be teaching and doing a session on the creator trifecta. And the goal is that my book is done by, it has to. I can't host an event and not have my book ready. So I'll be, there with books. So that's just a few. But the goal is really like, how do you expand your business beyond just being freelance social media manager?
Yeah.
Agency model, content creation, products, whether they're digital or physical or an app or whatever. So that's sort of the goal. So that's what day 1 is going to be about.
I love that you can be so short. I can't.
This is my job. So
I talk way too much.
No, it's good. That's what editing is for. Okay. I feel like you are like so polished and professional. I really do. And I feel like I'm like the wild child of this.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I feel like in some ways, I feel like I'm the polished one when it comes to the budget. I'm like, no, it's too much. We've got to nix. But I feel like I'm wild when it comes to what I want to do in that, like, yes, I want people to learn. I want people to take action in their business, but the things that I really remember about events are like experiences. So I went to this creator cruise with my friend Nina Zeta. And on the last day, they took our phones from us. And they're like, we're going to do a special team bonding activity. We're not going to tell you what it is. took our phones, and they brought us to the crew bar on the ship, and we all sang karaoke. And it was such an amazing, truly, it was very meaningful because as content creators, we live our lives for the cameras, right? We're always on our phones. And so to just have this very like vulnerable, silly, no pressure moment together was like very impactful. And so I want little pockets, little moments of that as well. So like we talked about doing like a bingo activity, so people can actually get to know each other. And get to know each other, not just, oh, Elena does social media management. No, like, well, I'm not going to give yours away, but we had a really good idea for a fact about Elena that you guys would be so shocked about.
Yes, I remember. I was like, what did we talk about? But
like this person likes, this person's vegan. This person traveled more than 400 miles to get here. This person, whatever, has a dog, just really getting to know each other because, again, people, like, that's what makes connections is it's not just like, oh yes, you're a good photographer, you're good at social media, but like also I like these little random,
and that's what makes it the in-person event different from online.
And then I love karaoke, and I really want to do a karaoke party at the end of the night. So there's that. Okay, what about day 2?
Day 2 is, well, I guess like a little my baby.
We'll
She's very confused about that. In my head, I would love to have it. It should be more workshop focused. I also thought about doing a more content creation part during that day because I feel like, especially, I can only take me as an example, but when I work, I rarely have time to really take pictures from my business or take the content from my own business. And I want to promote my business. I mean, I am lucky enough that I don't have to do a lot of outbound like marketing. Most, I often, I know I get contacted more than I contact people, luckily, but I don't want to, just rely on that.
Right.
And I feel like if you, I don't want to say like get forced, but you have the opportunity, you have a beautiful space, you have somebody that takes the pictures, or even, you can bring your camera, you can bring your phone.
Well, we also have an amazing photographer confirmed. I've worked with him for quite a long time. He takes amazing photos, and he's going to be there taking photos of the speakers on day 1. And then on day 2, we're going to do like headshot sessions with him.
Yes.
So you'll get a beautiful, great, professional quality. You're also an amazing photographer, so I don't know if you're going to be being put to work. But so we'll definitely have like opportunities for professional photos, brand photos.
Exactly. So that's like kind of the thought. So you have the day 1 where you get the knowledge, and then I hope like on day 2 that they can work with it and implement it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's a thought.
Yeah.
And content.
Yeah. So content, kind of masterminding, workshopping, and some, session, whatever we want to call them, sessions, workshops of actually implementing some of the things that they've learned. So that's kind of the gist of what people can expect from the event, right? Am I missing anything? I mean,
was it clear?
Yeah. Karaoke party.
Yes. Most important thing.
That's why I'm going. That's why I'm doing this. And it's going to be in New York City. It's going to be in Williamsburg is where our venue is, which is really exciting. Why did we choose New York? Why aren't you just doing this at my studio, which I have?
Think I pitched New York to you. I think it was, we met in New York in the summer. And I think we both agreed that we just loved the vibe of New York. And we both felt really inspired and really motivated here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can only speak for myself, but also like this week, we've been here for 4 days, I think now. And it's just, I don't know, this city has an energy. I love working here. I mean, I love my work, but being here, I'm on my laptop, I look out of the window. We have like an amazing, my hotel room is on the 34th floor.
Yeah.
I have an amazing view. I look out and I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm working in New York, and then I work, so.
I think it's such a special place. It's somewhere I've talked at length about. I have a very love-hate relationship with New York City, to be honest. I'm like a Midwestern girl through and through. But I think everyone should come here at least once. And especially if you're in business, especially if you're in a creative industry, there's nowhere like it. Like I always end up writing so much when I'm here. I end up getting so many cool ideas for my business, for fashion, for like everything. It's just like such a unique place and there's so much energy here. So I think it is a fun opportunity. Then also from a business perspective, you know, I looked at my analytics on my social platforms, my website, and just because New York City is the biggest city in America, I have a large following in New York, or at least in, you know, on the East Coast between DC, Philly, New York, New Jersey, whatever. So I also wanted to plan for somewhere where a lot of people could easily get here. And
True.
if they were going to travel a far distance, it would be somewhere that where they really want to go. And you guys, I really want you to come to Michigan as well. It is, you know, I think the Midwest is a very overlooked part of America. But it's a little bit of an easier sell to be like, hey, come to our event and also see Times Square, you know, so you can make a little vacation out of it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. The vibe.
The vibes are unmatched.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah. I also, like, when I first started coming to New York, I think I've been here like a dozen times or so. And the first time I came, well, actually, it's pretty much always been for business. The first time I ever came, actually, was with my college boyfriend, and I had been doing YouTube. I was in the beauty space. Like, that's how I started my YouTube channel.
No,
You didn't know that?
I didn't know.
Yeah. I was a beauty guru for a long time. That's how I started my YouTube. And so there was this event called BeautyCon in New York, and it's a convention. It's like Comic-Con, but for beauty influencers. And it was really cute. Like, that was my first trip on Spirit Airlines, RIP. I saved up my YouTube money to be able to go to this event. And for me, that was such a big, like, I was like, BeautyCon's going to change everything for me. Like, beauty, this is it. Like, I'm going to go to.
Were you invited?
No, I had to pay.
Okay.
Oh, I had like 500 followers or something. And I met one of my first like YouTube friends here. We went to dinner with her and hung out. And it was just like, I don't know, it has a very special place in my heart in terms of work. Is like, it is just like, it's like the land of opportunity. Like if you want to be a beauty content creator, you can go to a whole convention about it in New York. If you want a vegan gluten-free donut, you can get it in New York. Tiramisu flavored. You know, like there's kind of just like something for everybody here. And I think that's a really exciting thing to experience as a business owner or creator.
I don't think, honestly, people are going to question the location choice. Like when I tell people, oh, we want to do it in New York, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, we want to do it in New York.
Yeah.
Because vibes. And they're like, oh yeah, I get it.
Because vibes. Because vibes. Anyway, yeah, it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. Hopefully, you know, for anyone who's new to the city. Oh, what I was going to say though about like coming for work is I think it's really special too because you have like a reason and I love traveling and living like a local.
Yes.
I don't really like you were asking me, you were like, what tourist things have you done here? I was like, I don't think that many, to be honest.
A few, but you never went on like a high rise.
No, I've never done like what is it called? Rockefeller Center?
Yeah, like Top of the Rock.
No, never done that.
The Edge building. You have what is a One World Observatory. Empire State Building.
Yeah, no, never done any of that because I've always
done them all.
Yeah, I love that, and I love that for you. I just saw the Statue of Liberty last summer for the first time, so that was like my 10th or 11th trip. You know, where I saw that for the first time.
Fun fact.
France.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do. And when I went to Paris, I saw like the mini one that's in the train station museum, whatever that one's called.
No, it's on a bridge. Like,
oh,
yeah.
Well, I saw one in the train station museum.
A few.
Do you know what I'm talking about? The train station. What is it called?
The
art museum in Paris that's in a train station.
We saw one when we
Musée d'Orsay.
Ah, yeah. We saw one when we went up the Eiffel Tower and on the river.
Yeah, it's called Liberté. It's a statue, a bronze statue in the Musée d'Orsay.
Really?
Yeah. But anyway,
sorry.
So the point is, going to all the tourist stuff is great, but I think like when you have like a reason to be here, and you also have like a group of people to hang out with, and I think it's like even more special. So we'll have a link down below where you can I don't know if it'll be open yet, but you can definitely join the wait list and be notified. We're going to do early bird and all that, so make sure. We actually already have more people on the wait list than we have seats available. So please make sure, if you are interested, if this sounds like something that you want to come to, make sure to sign up and just watch your email for updates. Yeah, November 7th and 8th, 2026. Save it on your calendar. And we can't wait to meet you.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let us know if you have any questions, any requests.
Oh yeah, we also take requests.
We do take requests.
Yeah.
You know,
not everything.
Bingo, karaoke, anything else you would like?
I thought like speaker or like topic requests.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. That too. What do you want to learn, I guess? Boring.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
The not so fun part.
Just kidding. No, seriously. Let us know what you want to learn and what we can provide for you as well. But also what kind of fun you want to have. It's important to me. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Elena. I'll have Elena's links down below, too. Be sure to follow her, check her out, learn more about what she has, you know, what she does. I mean, if you're in Luxembourg, definitely work with her. Yeah. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.